as the indigenous Fulani people celebrate the National Pulaaku Day 2024. The quest to redefine its culture and heritage was portrayed, thus setting a base to change the narrative and debunking the myth about the Fulani indigenous people.
Once we uphold the Pulaaku, in fact, all these negative things among us can hardly happen. Though every society, every tribe, every language has the negative ones, we know. But, it is, in the olden days, once we call for Pulaaku for a particular purpose, that thing will definitely be upheld. So we assume and we pray, and it is our sincere hope that we will restore the lost glory, inshallah.
While addressing the need to search for realities, the chief host of the Pulaaku Day in Kaduna State, Emir of Zazzau, Ambassador Nuhu Bamali, says the growing misconception of the indigenous Fulani raised from the current situation of the country, thus infiltration of lawless ones.
Fulani people are proud people, very enterprising, and also very honorable people. So, but today, because of the current situation in the country, you find Fulanis, in different, places that are not, good places, and they're not doing things in line with the tradition and way of life of a Fulani man. Typical example, seeing a Fulani man with an AK-47, that is criminal. It is not part of the heritage and also way of life of a Fulani man. A Fulani man is expected, to be seen with just two things: a cutlass, to cut grass for his animals, and then a stick. These are the only two things. But today you hear that Fulanis are found with AK-47 and other weapons, which is very, very unfortunate and sad. To the youth, first education. Some of them have abandoned, going to school, and, they have joined the bandwagon of those who are extorting money from people, in a very criminal way. So they should, move away from that, act, and they should go back to, what their ancestors, are doing. A Fulani man is a very proud man. He does not beg. Does not, join people who are not honorable or who are criminals.
In changing the narrative and misconception, there is an ongoing agenda by policymakers who have harped into preferred solutions against the menace.
We had in last 3 years organized a first Fulani Security Summit. Again, the Northern Consensus Movement, in collaboration with some federal government agencies, is coming up shortly with another Fulani, and in fact, Northern Security and Economic Summit. That Northern Security and Economic Summit will bring in leaders of the Fulanis, tribal leaders, economic leaders, and others. And also, it will assemble political leaders of Northern Nigeria, all political leaders of Northern Nigeria, and let me use this word, stakeholders of Northern Nigeria, and security heads and security leaders from the northern extraction to come and discuss the problems, security problems of the North, and also with a view to finding a lasting solution to the security challenges that is bedeviling Northern Nigeria, and the Fulanis in particular.
We might have bad seed among us, and any other tribe have it as well. But why are we being generalized? Why are we being profiled? So by organizing events like this, we will be able to show the world that this is what we are, this is who we are.
The role of community leaders and pastoral groups in curbing the menace was also laid out.
What we said was to encourage the community leaders of the Fulani communities, especially the cattle rearing populations, as well as the associations that represent the pastoral groups, to work together to strengthen peaceful coexistence between the Fulani communities and the other diverse ethnic groups in the country.
The 2024 Pulaaku Day celebration correlates with the commemoration of the United Nations International Day of Indigenous Peoples.